Did you know that the end times might be closer than we think? While scientists and historians debate, an ancient river full of prophetic mysteries is drying up, causing global upheaval. Today we'll uncover why the Euphrates River isn't just a stream in the biblical landscape, but an alarming sign that could indicate the imminence of apocalyptic events predicted thousands of years ago. Be prepared for a revelation that could change your worldview in just a few minutes. Stay with us and discover the secrets that have been hidden under the waters of the Euphrates until now. In today's digital age, our interests are often captured by search trends and viral topics that lead us to fascinating discoveries. Recently, a seemingly innocuous search term has gained prominence: the Euphrates River. Why is it drawing people from all corners of the globe, seeking information about this ancient river, and why exactly now? The answer lies in a confluence of history, geography, recent discoveries, and biblical prophecies. The Euphrates River, with its rich layers of stories woven into its waters, is not an ordinary river. It is the life artery of the Fertile Crescent, a region celebrated as the cradle of civilization, from ancient Mesopotamia to biblical narratives. The importance of the river is emphasized repeatedly, marking it as a historical pillar of accounts from past eras. The mighty river flows through the heart of the Middle East, crossing nations such as Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, witnessing countless civilizations that have risen and fallen along its banks. However, recently, a significant change has occurred in the Euphrates. Something truly astonishing and enigmatic is happening. The waters that were once flowing abundantly have now receded dramatically, exposing parts of its bed that have been hidden for millennia. What does this mean for biblical prophecies? And more specifically, what does it reveal about the Book of Revelation? The Book of Revelation, the last of the Bible, concludes the scriptures in a unique way, revealing aspects of the future and the return of Jesus Christ. As described in Revelation 1:1, this book promises to unveil who Jesus Christ is. If you seek to understand the figure of Christ, Revelation is key. There is no other sacred text that presents the end times as clearly as the Book of Revelation. It alerts us about the Great Tribulation, a period of unprecedented adversity on earth, and guides us through prophecies about future events. If you want to understand the signs of the times we live in, Revelation is essential. We are in an era where the prophecies of this book begin to manifest before us. Come discover what is still to come and how these events may transform our understanding of the world and faith. The Book of Revelation should seem more alive and current to you than ever before. This is why I have trouble understanding unbelievers. If you consider the biblical texts, you will see that we are living in an era when events described 2,000 years ago are unfolding now. Whenever I read the Bible and observe the world around me, the accuracy of the prophecies is striking. For example, when reading Matthew chapter 24 and looking at the world you and I live in, it's shocking to see how accurate biblical predictions are. It's almost as if all the pieces are fitting together for the events described in the Book of Revelation to come true. The spiritual world is aware of what is to come, even when we, humans, are not. Nowadays, more and more people are turning to the Book of Revelation. Many experience an unsettling feeling that we are living in the last days, a strange feeling that something momentous is about to happen. It's a feeling they can't explain or justify rationally, a feeling that something significant is imminent. This perception is different from anything they have felt at any other time in their lives, a premonition that something is about to change on our planet. People can't define this feeling, but it's there, growing stronger, shaping their beliefs and perceptions about the world. Feeling the growing curiosity and concern, more and more people are turning to the book of Revelation. This book reveals through John's visions that both heaven and hell will manifest on earth in unimaginable ways. Take a moment to reflect on where you are right now. Consider the ground beneath your feet, and now delve deeper into your mind. Think about what lies at the heart of this planet we call home. The sacred scriptures provide us glimpses of mysterious events occurring deep within the earth. In the book of Revelation, the Apostle John describes a bottomless pit, painting not just a dramatic picture, but suggesting a vast and cavernous realm below us. It is a place where spiritual beings are confined, including chained demons awaiting a prophetic moment. When the boundaries set by God are violated, these once confined demonic entities will invade our world, free and unrestrained. There is a significant problem with many modern preachings. Many religious leaders opt for simple and straightforward explanations, often avoiding complex topics like these. Some even deny the existence of a spiritual world, and others completely reject any reference to the book of Revelation. However, the truth is that there exists a vast spiritual world inhabited by beings infinitely more powerful and intelligent than we can imagine. This immense spiritual realm, beyond our complete understanding, is populated by forces that dwarf our own capabilities. Now think about our achievements in exploration. We have explored less than 5% of our oceans. Yes, less than 5% of them remain largely a mystery. And when you look up at the night sky, remember that humanity has only set foot on Earth and the Moon. We have explored less than 0.1% of the vast cosmos. If our knowledge of the physical world is so limited, imagine how much more mysterious the spiritual realm is, transcending our tangible reality. In this perspective, our time on Earth is just a brief moment. Most of us will not live beyond 100 years. What is a century compared to eternity? We think we understand a lot, but in reality our knowledge is quite limited. The scriptures contain deep mysteries, especially concerning the depths of the earth, that often confound us. While we may believe we have reached the pinnacle of understanding, in reality, we are just beginning to scratch the surface. Our understanding is similar to children trying to understand the mechanics of a jet engine. Human pride may make us believe we have unraveled all mysteries. However, in the face of God's vast creation, our knowledge is just a tiny fragment in His grand tapestry. Therefore, before we arrogantly assume we have all the answers, we should humble ourselves and recognize how little we know about God's magnificent creation, both the visible and the invisible. Isaiah 55:8. 9 reminds us, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." Our understanding is similar to children trying to understand the mechanics of a jet engine. Human pride may make us believe we have unraveled all mysteries. However, in the face of God's vast creation, our knowledge is just a tiny fragment in His grand tapestry. Therefore, before we arrogantly assume we have all the answers, we should humble ourselves and recognize how little we know about God's magnificent creation, both the visible and the invisible. Isaiah 55:8. 9 reminds us, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." Today, however, we won't delve into the abyss or the great army that emerges from it. Instead, let's focus on the Euphrates River. According to Revelation, in chapter 9, verses 3 to 15, when the sixth angel sounded his trumpet, a voice was heard from the four horns of the golden altar that is before God. It instructed the sixth angel who had the trumpet to release the four angels who were bound at the great river Euphrates. These four angels were prepared for the exact moment, day, month, and year, and were released with the mission to eliminate a third of humanity. The release of these four angels at the great river Euphrates is a crucial point in the book of Revelation. The first four trumpets served as warnings, calls to repentance, and invitations to return to God. However, the judgments of the fifth and sixth trumpets target more severely, specifically those who refuse to repent. In the first woe, humanity is tormented by demonic locusts, led by Apollyon the destroyer, but surprisingly no one dies. In contrast, during the second woe, a formidable army is unleashed and kills a third of humanity. The scriptures reveal that when the sixth trumpet sounds, four angels, previously bound to the river Euphrates, are released. These angels were specifically prepared for this moment, although the identity of who prepared them remains a mystery. They were destined to act exactly at this time and for a divine purpose. Although it is not clear if these angels are inherently evil, it seems likely that they are, as no holy angel would be compelled. Regardless of their nature, they played a divine role. The reason why the angels were specifically bound to the river Euphrates instead of any other river is not explicitly mentioned in the scriptures. However, the river Euphrates holds significant symbolic importance throughout the Bible. For example, in Genesis 2:10-14, the river is associated with the first sin and the location of the Garden of Eden. In Genesis 4:16, it is linked to the first murder. The river is also mentioned in Genesis 14:1, where it is associated with the first Confederate War, and in Genesis 10:8-10, where it is linked to the first dictatorship. Furthermore, the river Euphrates is a significant landmark of Babylon, symbolizing rebellion, human pride, and idolatry. Babylon was the first great empire that persecuted the people of God. The river also served as a crucial military resource, offering protection to the city of Babylon against invasions. Although the scriptures do not offer a clear explanation for the connection of the angels to this specific location, these associations underline the historical and symbolic importance of the river Euphrates in relation to the sin of rebellion and the challenges faced by the people of God throughout biblical history. In Revelation 9:16-19, it is revealed that the number of the army of horsemen was 200 million. I heard the number of them, and thus I saw the horses in the vision. Those who rode them had breastplates of fiery red, hyacinth blue, and sulfur yellow. The heads of the horses were like the heads of lions, and out of their mouths came fire, smoke, and sulfur. By these three plagues, a third of humanity was killed, by the fire, by the smoke, and by the sulfur that came out of their mouths. Their power was in their mouths and in their tails, for their tails were like serpents with heads, and with them they inflicted harm. Revelation 9 presents us with a vision both strange and grotesque, painting a vivid picture of destruction and terror with deep connections to the demonic realm. Some suggest that these horsemen might symbolize a natural army, whose peculiar representation might evoke modern warfare, equipped with mechanized machinery and advanced weaponry. It is possible that John, limited by the understanding of his time, used these vivid images to describe technologies that were unimaginable in his era. However, a careful analysis suggests that the description does not align with conventional or contemporary military equipment, such as fighters or tanks. The images seem to transcend what could be attributed to human technology. Thus, a more appropriate interpretation might be to consider this as a literal army of 200 million, not consisting of humans from any specific nation, but rather representing a demonic force invading Earth. This force would have been restrained by the Lord until the designated moment for its release in order to perform destructive tasks. This view is consistent with the depiction of demonic locusts in the same chapter and fits well within the broader context of Revelation. The theme of spiritual warfare is central to the book of Revelation, highlighting the forces of evil that are unleashed upon the world during the end times, all part of God's sovereign plan. This interpretation underscores the emergence of bizarre entities and malevolent spirits on earth. As we conclude our exploration of why people are increasingly searching for the Euphrates River on Google, we must ponder the profound implications presented in this sermon. After all, why are people searching for the Euphrates River on Google? This ancient river, intertwined with historical and prophetic significance, invites us to a deeper understanding. It is not merely a subject of curiosity, but a central element in the narrative unfolding in the book of Revelation. In the context of our sermon, the Euphrates River emerges not only as a geographical landmark, but as a symbol of divine revelation and judgment. Its mention in the book of Revelation highlights its role as a physical boundary and a significant spiritual marker. The transitions and the unleashing of divine actions upon the earth are marked by the drying up of the Euphrates, a topic that has sparked global interest and aligns with prophetic scriptures, suggesting the approach of critical events foretold millennia ago. We've uncovered some incredible secrets today. If you want more revelations like these, subscribe, leave a like and share. Don't forget to comment on which mystery we should explore in the next video. Stay with us and continue unraveling the unknown.